Welcome to StarScene Central. Exciting updates about NCIS coming up. Don't miss out. Like and subscribe for more celebrity news. The long-awaited NCIS, Tony and Ziva spinoff is generating serious buzz, and for good reason. After more than a decade of unresolved tension, fan speculation, and heartbreaking separations, Tony DiNozzo and Ziva David are finally returning to the screen together. But here's the deal. If this spinoff doesn't make one crucial change, it's going to be a letdown for longtime fans who've invested emotionally in this roller coaster of a relationship. The romantic dynamic between Tony and Ziva has been a hallmark of NCIS since Season 3, and for years, their push-and-pull flirtation kept viewers glued to their screens. But what was once charming has long overstayed its welcome. It's time to move past the teasing and finally show growth, and more importantly, clarity in their relationship. The first trailer for NCIS, Tony and Ziva, gives fans a glimpse into what's to come, but unfortunately, it doesn't confirm what everyone wants to know. Are Tony and Ziva officially together? Ziva is seen speaking with a therapist, which shows great personal growth on her part, and Tony casually refers to her as his safe house roomie, a term that immediately sends up red flags. If the writers keep dragging this out as another "will they, won't they," it's going to feel like a disservice to the journey these characters have already taken. We've seen them separated by trauma, fear, even faked deaths. After everything, isn't it time for them to just be together, openly and without ambiguity? The spin-off's official synopsis adds fuel to the fire of uncertainty. It tells us that Tony and Ziva are raising their daughter Tali together and must go on the run across Europe after Tony's security firm is attacked. While it's exciting to see them in a high-stakes adventure again, the summary ends on an all-too-familiar note. They must learn to trust each other again. But after everything they've endured, from Ziva faking her death to protect their child, to Tony leaving NCIS to become a full-time father, shouldn't that trust already be well-earned? How much longer do they need to figure each other out? Viewers want to see a strong, united version of Tony and Ziva, not a retread of old emotional hesitations. To really understand the frustration, we have to look at their backstory. Ziva left the series in Season 11 after finally sharing a kiss with Tony, something fans had waited years to see. But she was gone for 2 full seasons afterward, and her apparent death in Season 13's finale felt like a brutal end to their storyline. That episode also revealed Ziva had secretly had Tony's child, Tali. Tony's decision to leave NCIS and raise their daughter was powerful and emotional, but the lack of closure surrounding their relationship left fans in limbo. Years later, NCIS pulled a narrative reversal, revealing that Ziva was actually alive and had faked her death for Tali's safety. Still, even then, the show never gave fans a real reunion between the trio on screen. Even when Tony returned in Season 21's tribute to Ducky, the late David McCallum's beloved character, there was no mention of Ziva, no emotional update, not even a hint of where things stood between them. So now, with a whole series dedicated to Tony and Ziva, the franchise has the perfect opportunity to deliver on the years of emotional buildup. And it needs to, because if not now, then when? Yes, co-parenting Tali is a fresh and heartwarming angle, and seeing Tony and Ziva navigate parenthood together could make for incredibly compelling storytelling. But if the show refuses to clarify or commit to their romantic future, fans are going to walk away frustrated again. It's not just about whether they kiss or say, "I love you" on camera. It's about emotional payoff. After over a decade of buildup, the audience deserves more than vague nods and suggestive banter. They deserve resolution. If the spinoff decides that Tony and Ziva aren't meant to be together, that's fine, but it needs to say so clearly and commit to that choice. What fans don't want is another 10 episodes of emotional gray area, cryptic conversations, and unresolved romantic tension. Let them be a couple. Or don't. Just make a decision. The ambiguity no longer serves the story. It only drags down characters who should have already evolved. At the end of the day, the NCIS franchise is doing a great job of keeping longtime fans invested by bringing back iconic characters and exploring new storytelling formats. The limited 10-episode format of Tony and Ziva is a smart way to test the waters and create something unique. But with such a beloved pairing at the center of the show, emotional clarity has never been more essential. Whether they're running through Europe or sitting down for quiet family dinners, Tony and Ziva need to show us what they really are, not just what they could be. Thanks for watching.